So first off, welcome to Get Enlightened with me.
Yeah, welcome back. Get it together. We're professional. I think we need an assistant.
Yeah.
And go.
Oh, welcome back, guys.
Wahoo Wednesday. Woo!
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Happy New Year, because we won't be coming back to you till 2025.
Yay!
Oh yeah, and we're here with Porch Time with
Paige. We'll get it together maybe next year. No,
maybe.
I'm just gonna blank out 2025. We're gonna have no expectations. And then
that's easy because we haven't had expectations for the last year and a half.
No, okay, we haven't. Can I just repackage my not caring into something great?
Yeah.
Yeah, like rolling with it. Yeah.
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 Okay. Anyways,
Focus.
So I was talking. I wanted to say I'm sorry about the intro. I actually used the intro to one of the special guests when we did the navigating for with medical marijuana last
Medicine.
week. Yeah. Well, with Texas Original, I used the intro, but it was sounded horrible.
Okay, can we just not point out our mistakes and then see
I'm
if
sorry.
nobody? What if we?
Sorry, hopefully you'll made it past that intro.
What if we do this? What if we pretend that you meant to have it be that way, right?
God, no.
No,
Did you
yes,
hear it?
no. This is how we're going to pretzel logic that everything is fine. And that was not a mistake. That was the way it was supposed to be. And we were trying something new and different.
Well, it didn't sound good, so you don't have to worry about it, folks. It's not going to come back around.
Apologies for no reasons.
So let's talk narcissism.
Oh, yes, let's. Okay.
Oh, hang on. Let me get my trusty notes.
Okay, good. I've only been TikToking. Have you gotten them?
Yeah.
Have you been too busy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at a whole lot of them, actually.
That's fine. Okay.
Only because I've been doing
because you have an
Christmas
actual
shopping.
life.
Yeah, I've been doing last minute Christmas shopping and going back and forth for a business proposal that I'm trying to close. So I haven't streamed through my TikToks in a bit.
It's all right. It's fine.
I know. I'm sorry.
You just made me realize that maybe I need to do something else.
I am the worst friend
other than I never said that. I was just saying that maybe I should do something other than randomly TikTok while
I think TikToks are great.
Okay.
I love your TikToks. I've got to catch up. I just haven't been on. Do you think it's going to get banned? It's supposed to get banned like the middle of January.
On the 19th of January.
Think?
I don't know because, things that I think are going to happen are never going to happen.
Why are you screaming into the microphone? Back away, Paige.
I love it.
She's so excited to be here. She just wants for you all to hear her.
I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to keep TikToking, and then whenever that goes away, I'm going to follow my favorite TikTokers on the YouTube, and then I
will be sad when it goes away because I think it's fun, and I like watching a lot of this stuff. Now, do I think that it's dangerous because I get addicted like a doom scroll?
No more dangerous than Facebook or the Instagram or X. Well, this is what I'm saying.
So now instead of everybody getting my TikTok stories that I send you, if you're close friends of mine, you'll be getting more Instagram stories. So sorry ahead of time.
I mean, I might even just the YouTube. I haven't YouTubed. I don't know how to
hit us up if you actually really want us to start videoing this for our YouTube channel.
Do you want to know what we look like?
Yeah, like what we really
look like. Because this is going to be real life.
Yeah, because like right now I'm sitting in my Christmas jammies with my dog on my lap on my couch. Yeah, and Paige just came from teaching a yoga class. Yeah, we're stunning. Hot. We're stunning.
I'm telling you, the hottest girls are the ones who don't care. That's right. That's true. Fucking stellar right up in here. I'm wearing my hoeing it ain't easy because I like to represent gardening at all times.
I love that.
I do too. My friend gave it to me.
Yeah. So let's talk narcissism because the holidays, and we all know that during the holidays you are probably going to
Find a narcissist.
somewhere in your family or people that you're
Yeah.
around.
Do you buy them gifts? Actually, I buy everybody the same gift. Do you want to know my secret?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. My mother likes puzzles. So I get everyone a puzzle.
That's nice.
So that's what they get. Yeah. There's a little puzzle. So we take a photo. Like this year, nobody else is going to get this puzzle. So I can tell you, and I'm not ruining Christmas. It's a photo of our peach harvest.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then we make it into a puzzle. Mom wanted 1,000. So it's hard for her.
Oh,
So
I like that. That's really
yeah,
cool,
it's called
actually.
Puzzle You. They haven't paid me.
They're not sponsors.
They're not sponsors even.
But if you
I
want to
would.
be, hit us up.
I would, yeah.
Because then next year, your family will get free puzzles.
Yeah, I would totally rep that. You know what we're going to do for Lily's graduation?
What?
We're going to make a puzzle with her.
Are you supposed to tell, though?
I don't care.
Well, is it supposed to be a surprise for Lily?
No, she picked it out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's for my family.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to get puzzles that have Lily's senior pictures on them. So a massive 12 by whatever.
Oh, those are cool. That's cool.
It's cool as fuck, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's what they're going to get. Or maybe a koozie. But I think they're going to get a puzzle. I'm going to get over here next to Cookie because the cord is way over there. And you remember that one time whenever the cord came out and then everything went to shit? So we need to not have that happen again. Anyway, about narcissists.
Oh, yeah, narcissists. This is what we came to talk about. So, Wikipedia says a narcissist is someone who is excessively preoccupied with themselves and their own needs, often at the expense of others. Grandiose sense of self-importance, a sense of entitlement, explosive behavior, lack of empathy, frequent envy, preoccupation. Good Lord, Lauren, hello. With power, beauty, or success, arrogant, admired, expects different treatment than everybody else, that everybody around them should comply.
Okay, we're gonna go one by
How
one.
about you?
We're gonna go one by one, and we're gonna click off these things, and you can tell me. I will tell you if I think I'm one.
No. You can't say that because here's the thing. My therapist once said that everybody has like a narcissistic personality because that would be considered your ego, right? And so like everybody has an ego base. I think it goes when that ego is so inflated that it's damaging to those around them, where you go into like a narcissistic personality disorder. And she said the one thing that you'll always know that if they're not a narcissist, they won't ask if they're a narcissist.
So that means that I'm not one.
Yeah.
I'm just self-centered.
Now, you might have like narcissistic tendencies. I have narcissistic tendencies. I mean, any good salesperson, any good self-confident person, we would call that narcissistic tendencies. But that's also with labels. There's a big difference. I attract super narcissist people just because I worked in the entertainment industry.
I think it's because you're so strong too.
And I'm very strong. I have a very strong personality. Like I said, I have narcissistic tendencies, but not a narcissism. Thank you. Personality.
Because I was wondering, I'm really self-centered and I like myself a lot, but am I just acknowledging reality that I'm really good at things, or am I a narcissist?
I think you can be proud of yourself of where you're at and what you do without considering that narcissism.
Okay.
So I think narcissism and narcissistic personality disorder. Now, I'm not a therapist. These are questions I asked my therapist. And my mom's a therapist, and I've asked her a few times.
My TikTok is blowing up with narcissist stuff.
I think that's like the word of the year.
Yes.
So I thought that I would get on here and talk about it because I think there's somebody that everybody knows that, is narcissist in every family and you can ask your own therapist, like, if they think you're narcissist, but I will tell you, without a doubt, I am very strong and I attract very strong people. And that is something that I have noticed. I've had to wade through make believe, I guess, people that like live in their own little fantasy world.
I live in my own fantasy world. But it's great in here.
I do
think that
too.
is kind of a lie because I do base myself into reality. But you're a lot more social than me.
Yeah.
And you are way more open than me. So I think that you do attract more. Where I'm more like there's a giant wall.
Well, and I like people that have high, that are strong. That's really the only kind of people that I hang out with, and so of course I've attracted it my whole life,
Right.
I think
So
I
you're
haven't gone to
people.
narcissist personality disorder as much as I did with the last person that I attracted. Like, hits every single check mark,
I think I know who you're talking about, but
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not my husband or family.
obviously not. He's a
Because I
very
can't-
kind person.
Oh yeah, he's completely.
He's awesome as
he's
fuck.
amazing.
Yeah.
But friends that I've had in the past that like the world has just revolved around them, and I'm kind of I used to be. I'm not really anymore, but I used to be more of a people pleaser.
Yeah, but we're older now, and I think that you just get so tired.
Exactly.
And I know that I am self-centered, around my family, and I do have empathy. I just have very little tolerance.
Yeah.
And I think that's mainly, I don't know, because I was listening to all of those little TikToks, and I'm like, well, that could be me.
Yeah.
But I'm very self-aware.
I think I'm more self-aware, and I trust my gut more. Like, if I feel that it's triggered me and I feel like I'm having to people please or like worry about our conversations, or
I just don't have.
it's done. Like, we're done.
And I'm even more now.
Like,
I'm just like, I'm out.
Probably the last 5 years, since 2020, I've just really been like very. If you show me any kind of sign that like it's not a relationship that is give take and it's just too high maintenance and you're too high maintenance.
But I want to be happy. And this is what I told my mom.
I want to.
Yeah.
So, anyways, with that being said, I really think that we all have been around a narcissist or had one in our lives. So, if you're around them this season, let's talk about how to deal with it and
Pretend it's not
how to
happening?
spot it.
Is that what we do? Pretend it's not happening?
No,
That's how I deal with all problems.
That's how.
Shove it down.
First of all, we're going to talk about
Okay.
how to spot one,
Okay.
and then what you can do.
Okay. Two.
And I'm going to use what my therapist told me that worked incredible for me, and it's a little bit hard, guys, because it's called gray rocking.
Oh, I love that word.
Yeah.
Yes.
But listen, it works. It works because you're not feeding any of your energy to them. Because at the end of the day, it's just a feeding of the energy that they turn around to it. So you'll notice that they engage in and when you engage in an argument with a narcissist or even a discussion, they like to bring up past mistakes. That's number one.
Well, yeah. I don't do that, so I can't be a narcissist.
There you go. I told you weren't narcissist.
See?
Double
I'm just very yes, they're hypocritical people.
Super hypocritical. Number two, super hypocritical.
I hate that.
Very double standard. I want you to live this life, but I live a completely different life.
Yeah, I need you. But
Yes.
that's what they are.
Gaslighting.
Yeah, I hate
Let's talk
that.
about what gaslighting actually is, because I feel like gaslighting is like narcissism. It's kind of just thrown around.
Well, okay, this is my understanding, and then you tell me if Wikipedia agrees.
Okay.
Okay, my understanding of gaslighting is when somebody tries to convince you that something that you know is true is not true, and they're trying to change your perception of reality to fit their understanding so they can get you to do whatever it is that they want to do.
Yeah, boom. I think you just nailed it.
So
They'll insist that their version of events is the only correct one and that your memory or perception is flawed.
it's when people say,
This is known as the number one manipulation technique as a narcissist's favorite card.
this is what they do all the time.
And they lead you to doubt your own reality. And see that, so that was one of my biggest red flags in the last relationship that I had to deal with a narcissistic personality disorder, is that person would say something to me or do something, and then when I was like, wait a minute, that's not okay, or like that's not how it should be, I later have learned that it was turned around, that it was me that did.
She's very manipulative. This person.
With those people. Well, yeah, but what that person in particular was doing.
I think she pitted everybody against everybody else.
Yeah, which is also known as borderline personality. I would consider that.
And unless I just chose not to engage, but that's pretty much how I deal with everything. I just don't engage.
And then once that person like actually felt like they were cornered by the truth, then it was an attack, which brings us to number 4, which is personal attack. They'll then use something against you. Remember we went number 1.
Yes, I do. I'm focusing.
Then the double standards, and then the gaslighting,
and now we're at personal attacks.
Anger attack.
Well, I don't do that, so I'm not a narcissist.
And it throws you off because you're like, wait a minute, what?
Isn't
I'm the one that should be angry because what I asked you was
well, this is what they do. Here, they go, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you misunderstood.
And then comes the emotional blackmail.
Oh.
Number 5.
Yep.
They may bring up past mistakes. Instances when you let them down, make you feel guilty for not meeting that expectation, and then threaten to harm themselves.
Yeah,
and that was something that happened a lot. You know, you would like feel, I would feel guilty that if I said something, it would make that person.
But you're putting their emotional well-being over your own.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that at the time until my therapist set me down and was like, that is called narcissistic personality, borderline personality disorder.
But don't you think that's why you are the way you are now, though, where you take care of yourself instead of the other person because you were manipulated by that other person?
Probably. And like I said, I was a people pleaser, which now I'm not. But I was more.
But don't you think maybe also that's what most women are?
I think most women are
indoctrinated or conditioned to be people pleasers.
That's what we're told to do.
Yeah. And now we're all like, nah. That's gonna be that's a hell no. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it taught me what I needed to learn to stop people pleasing and feeling codependent towards somebody.
Well, yeah, and I used to genuinely be a lot more friendly, and I would have I would be a people pleaser. I would go out of my way to make other people happy because I thought that's what you were supposed to do. And then I realized that I was always the one who wasn't happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I'm more like, I put a big wall. And then eventually I'll let you in. And then if I realize that you're bringing too much negativity, then I put that wall back up.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like I've had a wall after dealing with a few narcissists, like back to back to back, which is a lesson that I needed to learn in myself. And how, it took a few years of counseling to really understand, like, not only the chaos that I threw in there, because
you do get sucked in, though. You
get sucked into because the drama that surrounds you.
It is. And if you're constantly engaging in the chaos, the chaos keeps going. And then you think this is normal, where you're like, yeah, we're going to have a giant whirlwind. Yeah. And then I finally had to just kind of step away from my own mental health for pretty much all the chaos. Because I felt like it was always in my brain, But it's much nicer now that I'm just kind of like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Then you go to number 6.
Okay, number 6.
Projection.
Yes.
Which I think is the telltale sign when they use something or blame you for something that they're doing. I was sitting with your friend at lunch yesterday, and we were talking about narcissism. That's why I was like wanting to do this today, because it was on my mind. And I said, I told her the same thing. I think that the biggest sign there is projection, because you always learn what they're doing through what they're blaming others of doing.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to think if I am. But I'm pretty sure I've decided I'm just self-centered. Again, me.
But different than projection.
I'm just trying to think about
it. It says it leaves you feeling invalidated and confused, questioning your own reaction, because you'll go to them for something and then they'll be like, it's like a mirror. Like,
well,
or the victim card is number 7, which that's always played out. And then comes the silent treatment.
But see, here's the thing, whenever, just for my own mental health and well-being, if I'm done, I'm kind of done. Like, it's not that I'm going to be ugly to you. I just don't engage. Like, I just can't.
So that's that. Yes. I don't think the silent treatment alone is something that is a sign of narcissism. I think the silent treatment, I think that all kind of goes together. Like, that's how it plays out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, at first it starts the love bombing, the best friends,
that's why I always thought it was weird. Like, I'm old, like not old, but 46 old, and I don't have a best friend. I have a husband and a family, and I'm busy.
Husband. This can be anybody that,
I just
you have a relationship with. But it's the gifts, the making you feel like you're the only one, that you're the only.
Do you know what people that makes me feel?
That's how narcissism people like pull you in, and then it's like, oh no, is the one thing that they love about you? They turn into hating.
Well, this is true,
and then mirroring it back.
So, do you think they love bomb you because that way, whenever you decide that their behavior isn't acceptable to you anymore, and you want to back away, that you feel guilty?
Yeah, that you feel bad
because they did all that stuff for you. But
they'll use money or things.
Yeah. And they kind of are like, you're my best friend, and then they use that to guilt you.
Look at all the things I did for you. Look at all the things, like, I can't believe you're leaving me, or you're standing up to me like this.
Right.
It's you that these people don't like. It's you that's this. It's you that's that. That's the kind of person that I was dealing with. And I feel like that's the kind of people that, a lot of people deal with. And they end up then getting disbarred, or everybody pitted against them. And for me, when I'm out, I'm out. Like, out.
No, I don't engage.
You show me those kinds of flags and I close that, I will go back and try to make things right so many times, and then it's like,
well, I don't want people to be angry.
Let me match your energy.
I don't.
There's no reason to be angry
but
towards everything.
But
I think a narcissistic person, they don't have the love within themselves, and so it shows.
I think they take your strength as theirs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mirrored situation.
Yeah.
And I'm probably a mirror. That's probably my duty on this earth, is to mirror you back, which is why I have to be around strong people.
Well, that's probably why you get triggered by you. Where they don't like you.
Yeah, those that get triggered by me.
Because I'm quiet.
Have obviously something to learn by me.
Yeah. I'm just trying to put everything together. Because
that's when you go into our conversation of being too much, right?
Well, and
again, all the labels, because I think narcissistic personality disorder, narcissism, gaslighting, they're all thrown around so much. At the end of the day, it's like a mirror.
Right. Well, and I'm kind of just thinking about all these things where I'm just like, okay, I feel sometimes, and I don't know if this is a narcissist or what have you, but they push your boundaries to get more from you, to maybe see if
how far they can push.
Right. And I'm a pretty amenable person. Like, I go along to get along until I realize that.
And then you blow up, and then it's turned around to be your fault.
Basically.
That's exactly how it was done.
Yeah. But I don't blow up because I know if I actually get to the point where my words come out of my mouth, that's too far, and it's like Mount Vesuvius.
That's when I close that door.
Yeah. So what I do instead of actually telling you is I shut it down.
Yeah.
I just shut everything down, and I kind of go into hermit town and figure out what's going on with me, and then I can walk out and try to be calmer.
That's exactly what I do too. Like, I shut down everything that has any kind of connection.
Yeah, because I can't.
And I'm like, let me try to figure this out, which is another reason why my therapist said that is the exact reason of why you're not a narcissism, because if you were a narcissist, you wouldn't have empathy.
Right.
You wouldn't have the people pleasing. You would have the just cut
I would
and go
explode.
to the next person.
Yeah, I would explode. But I really don't want to hurt people's feelings. Mainly, I just want people to leave me the fuck alone. And to be outside of people's chaos.
I just want to be around people that bring me joy. If I have to, at 44 fucking years old, if I have to ask about where you stand in my friendship, then we are friends.
Well, and that's the other thing is...
Like, we can be acquaintances. You can be cordial to people. We don't have to be besties.
That's what my other friend, she goes, you have different levels of friendship with different people. And if you realize...
I do too.
Now that you don't want to be back at that level, it's fine. Mm-hmm. You just take things for what they are, you know?
Yeah. I think that the point of where we're getting with all of this is that at some point during this holiday season, you're probably going to be around one. Everything is so crazy shaky right now. Like, nobody knows what's going on. There's drones flying.
I'm in Delulu land. That's where you're
people talking about politics. I'll be in a cabin with my family completely off the grid. So peace out. But
I don't mind.
Those that have to be around people, take some deep breaths. Go within. You can love the person, but also understand how they are, who they act. And then that is where the gray rocking. Okay, so I'm gonna look up the actual term, but I'm gonna give y'all an example. So I was always told,
isn't true love whenever you actually acknowledge all the crazy parts of the person, but you still love them anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't have to engage with their crazy town.
No.
Yeah.
No, and don't fall into the manipulation. Just put them back in their place. The gray rock method is a behavioral strategy for dealing with manipulative or toxic people. It involves acting as unengaging and uninteresting as possible to make the other person lose interest. The goal is to become less emotionally reactive and repel the other person's attempts at manipulation. That worked for me. I became very distant. It was only about what we needed to talk about until I decided what I needed to do to be done.
But that's how I deal with it. And that
pissed the other person off, though. I will tell you, it pisses them off because you're no longer engaging. You're no longer giving that energy. So if they say something that triggers you, take a deep breath. Don't engage. Say, oh, okay.
You're just going to make it worse.
Yeah, don't engage. There's no reason to engage with somebody who's wanting engagement. You know, say what you need to say, put it as bluntly as possible, and be done.
That's usually, like, when I'm done, I'm like, done.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm angry with you, I will walk by you and pretend like you're not there. Which probably, I don't care. That's just the way I do it.
Stop feeding into them. Stop telling that person anything about you. Any kind of, because they're very manipulative in the sense that they want to get something that they can use against you. So they want your sob stories.
But I don't tell people that shit anymore because I've already been.
I never really have.
Well, I used to believe everybody was just like me, where I'm a basically decent person. I wouldn't shit all over anybody. I don't hurt people's feelings.
And my close friends, and those are who I talk about stuff with. But
I've got like 2 people, maybe, but that's not even.
But I've learned even recently, like oversharing.
But you think that you're oversharing. You think you're not. That's, I think, the thing.
Especially when you get with somebody that you feel comfortable with, or y'all hit it off real well.
And then
that can be male, female, boss, parent.
But it's just different. I guess getting older, you just keep more things to yourself because not everything is meant to be told to everybody else. But
and not everybody, like I said, that has a high strong personality. That's not everybody that has a strong personality is a narcissist, by the way. Again, everybody has narcissistic tendencies. That would be what I would consider our ego.
But I would think, though, too, if you start to feel off, you should listen to that first.
Oh, yeah. I always trust my gut.
Yeah.
I feel like my inner compass always tells me now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I've focused on it for so many years of like getting rid of people like that in my life, or if it's just at this point where if you bring me the icks, like, peace be with you. I don't have any hate towards you, but like, I don't want to be around the energy.
Yeah, I'm busy.
So choose that.
Yes. Don't choose violence.
No.
Choose love and gray rock.
Gray rock.
Gray rock it out.
If you notice those tendencies coming out of people and it's starting to trigger you, take a deep breath and just be as uninteresting and as unfuckable with as
I'm
possible.
boring. Yeah, super boring.
Again, guys, we are not therapists. This is not like,
No.
this is from our own experiences. We're sharing it because I know Paige has
what I'm
had a few
doing is
experiences, too.
asking Lauren to help me figure things out, and then we're sharing it with everybody else because maybe that's what they need to figure out for Christmas gift to you.
And what I'm doing is sharing what my therapist has taught me.
Yeah, see? There you go. And there had to be something that TikTok was trying to tell me. If all of my things are like how to avoid a narcissist, what if TikTok was trying to tell me
That you were a narcissist?
that I had one in my life I needed to get rid of? Ooh.
Maybe it's your shadow side, Paige.
Maybe. I mean, I am really self-centered and I think very highly of myself. But I don't think I'm like a nasty twat to people for no reason.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the difference.
Yeah. And really, even if I'm really not a nasty twat to people because that's too much energy.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have the time.
Look, unless you are my husband, my child, or my immediate family and bestie friends, I don't have the energy anymore.
No. I really don't have the energy to be nasty to anybody.
I used to cry all the time with some of these people, and now I look back and I'm like, why did I even care?
But you want to figure it out because like
yes,
you're a thinking person.
I am. I always want to be like, I should have got my master's in psychology. Hey, maybe I still can.
Yeah. We're not dead yet.
I really like the holistic psychologist on Instagram. She also has a few books. I think her name is Nicole. She is amazing. So go check her out, guys, if you need some therapist advice. Again, we are not therapists. This is our own.
Just a housewife.
This is just our housewives
just a
talking
yogi
together on the couch, kick back with the dog. Yeah. And what do you do? Okay, so that's about narcissism, guys.
Okay, check
that serious question off.
Bye. Chicken wow wow.
Well, no, I was going to ask you what you're doing for the holidays.
We're having Christmas.
Said bah.
No, I said bow chicken wow wow. chicken wow wow. We're gonna do it early because my beloved husband is going to be working. And then that's about it. We're not very I'm not anti-holiday. They're just kind of like meh.
Yeah.
It's just a meh. Because he's working and the kids are going to be at home. Gunny's going to be, my beloved son, he's going to be doing some kind of ag welding project at the school all the time. And Lily's going to college next year, so she's going to be probably living her best life with her friends while she still can. And we always have just we only spend it with our nuclear family.
Yeah, we usually go up to the cabin.
Yeah. Well, and that's.
But it's going to be fun this year because we're going. It's our family and then Lee's family and his girlfriend and her family. So there's a lot of teenagers.
And that'll be fun.
Yeah, and they're all going to be snowboarding and skiing, and I'm hoping to ice fish because I haven't done that yet.
Dude, that would be fun.
But the weather's been so kind of weird and warm that it'll just depend on if there's a lake to ice fish on. Because you could always go swimming. They make their own snow, so you're not worried.
I've never been. I don't know. I've never been skiing.
Yeah, that's right. I forget.
Yeah, so I try not to get my feet up off the ground unless I'm doing an inversion because the coming down is the painful part.
Fine skiing.
This is not true because I can barely roller skate.
Yeah, but
I'll bubble wrap myself.
You would be just fine.
I'll put a bubble wrap. You know, like one of those outfits they have whenever they have attack dogs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to need. Because I do not want to be injured. Okay?
Oh, shit.
I would do it. That would be the pod.
I'm going to be completely off the grid, so we won't be coming back to you till after the new year.
Okay. So I'm going to be off the grid, too, for my own safety and well-being.
And now, since I just poked myself in the eye and it's hurting, I'm going to let y'all all go.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Get Enlightened with me, Lauren Scott.
Peace out, homie.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes. Festivus for the rest of us.
Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa.